Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time here, my name is Janelle Veronica and I post makeup videos twice a week on Wednesdays and on Saturdays. So if you absolutely love your makeup, make sure that you subscribe and join the family here in Makeup Land. Today's makeup is going to be a drugstore makeup beat. All of the products that I'm going to use today are going to be from the drugstore. They're going to be affordable and they're going to work. For my foundation, I'm going to go in with the Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless. I have some L'Oreal concealer, some Maybelline setting powder as well. For my eyeshadow, I'm going to work from an LA Girl palette. This is the LA Girl Break Free BU eyeshadow palette. This is what it looks like. We have all of the browns that we could possibly need. It's a neutral palette. It has some shimmers in it. Such a pretty palette. So this is the bad boy that we're going to be using today. So with that said, let me get to priming and let me get some makeup on my face. For my primer, I'm going to go in with the NYX Professional Makeup Shine Killer primer. This is a mattifying primer, an oil controlling primer, and it is so good. It's like a silicone primer. This face feels so smooth. It feels like cashmere. Such a lovely feeling. There's no scent to that primer as well. So if you don't like scent in your makeup, you're going to love that primer. And as I said, it is good at controlling oil and keeping the face nice and matte. I'm going to move on to foundation now. For foundation, I'm going to go in with the Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless foundation. Now this is not new at the drugstore. This has probably been around for longer than I've been alive. But I know so many people who swear by this and who love this foundation. And I'm going to go in with the shade 365 Nutmeg. I'm just going to apply that with my finger all over the face. Alright, I'm going to go in with my Real Technique sponge and start to pounce that foundation in. This is like a medium to full coverage. It's a buildable foundation. So if you want more coverage, you can go in with another layer of the foundation. Alright guys, so we are all blended out. I have medium coverage. My skin isn't doing too bad today, so I'm happy with that medium to fullish coverage foundation. So pretty. I'm going to go in and do some concealing and highlighting of my face. For my concealer, I am going in with the L'Oreal Infallible Full Wear More Than Concealer in the shade 420 Cocoa. I'm going to conceal my mustache. This is my absolute favorite drugstore concealer. It's nice and full coverage. Comes in so many shades. Sometimes I go in with the shade 415 Honey if I want a little bit more brightness to the face. But today I'm going in with 420 Cocoa. I'm going to let that dry down while I sculpt. For my contour, I'm going in with the Black Opal Stick Foundation in the shade Ebony Brown. So on the cheekbones and around the forehead. I'm just going to go in with my BH Cosmetics number 3 brush and start to blend that contour out. Making sure to push the cheekbones upwards. Never drag your cheekbones down. You want the face to look nice and sculpted. On my forehead, I always work it backwards into the hairline. Alright guys, so contour all blended out, and just as a reminder, my lights always try to play me. My lights always make a nice big spotlight on the forehead, but I'll show you when I blend my concealer out that my forehead is not over highlighted. And as you can see, I just went in with the smallest amount of concealer, and that is what works for my forehead highlighting. I'm just going to go in with my callus sponge. Starting at my chin, I'm going to blend that concealer out onto the forehead. And if I turn my head, you can see that the forehead is nicely highlighted, not too bright. My lights always try to play me. So down the bridge of my nose, onto the under eye, it is time to set. For my setting powder today, I am going in with another Maybelline product. This is the Maybelline Fit Me Loose Finishing Powder. I am going in with the shade 35 Deep. And I'm going to use that to set my concealer down. So I'm just going to dab my sponge into the powder, dab the excess off on the back of my hand, then go in and really press that powder into set. And just because something is drugstore and affordable does not mean that it will not perform. I find in my personal, this is just me personally, sometimes drugstore products perform better than the more high-end product, and the drugstore has really been stepping up its game recently. I'm gonna go in and set down the bridge of my nose where I highlighted. Alright, nice. This setting powder, this loose finishing powder, so good. Absolutely love it. On the eyes, smooth, buttery, nicely set. To set the rest of my face, I'm going to go in with a black opal powder. This is the black opal oil absorbing pressed powder, and I am going in with the shade Bronze Boo on my BH Cosmetics #1 brush. For bronzer today, I am going to go in with a Revolution Beauty bronzer. This is the Revolution Beauty Splendour Ultra Matte Bronzer in dark, and I am going in on my Ashley Lee P04 brush. So we're just going to bring some warmth back to the cheekbones. Around the forehead. I'm also going to go in with that bronzer and just contour the nose. I like to take my time and blend out my nose, sculpting my nose contour so that it does not look harsh. I like it where you can barely even see it. You know it's there. The nose is sculpted, but it's not too harsh. Alright guys, so I did my brows off camera quickly just to save a little bit of time. To prime my eyes today for the eyeshadow, I went in with an e.l.f. concealer. This is the e.l.f. 16-hour Camo concealer, the matte finish one. And I went in with the shade Deep Olive. Now, as I said, for the eyeshadow, I have the LA Girl Break Free BU eyeshadow palette. Such a pretty palette from the drugstore. So I'm just going to jump in and create an eye look. I'm going to start by going in with the darkest brown in the palette, that shade right there. And I am going in on my Morphe M434 brush. I'm just working that into the crease. On the outer V of the eye as well. I'm going to soften the edges of that dark brown out. So I'm going to go into this brown shade in the palette. It's a lighter brown, like a terracotta brown. And I'm going to use that just to soften that dark brown shade. Alright, so now that that's nice and soft, nice blend, well blended, I'm going to go into this bronze shimmer shade in the palette and I'm going to work that all over the lid. And I'm going in with an e.l.f. flat shader brush. Ooh, this color, so beautiful. And that was just, this is just one dip into that shimmer shade. As I said, just because something is drugstore does not mean that it's not going to be nice. That is so pretty. That bronzy shade on the lid, absolutely stunning. I'm just going to go back in with the dark brown on the outer V of the eye, a little bit into the crease. I'm also going to work the dark brown along my lower lash line. Alright, so we need an inner corner highlight, and I'm going to go in with this gold. I think that's going to contrast so nicely with the coppery bronze shade that we have on the lid, and just make the inner corner of the eye pop. Alright, nice. Let me pop a pair of lashes on. For lashes today, I'm just going to pop a pair of Ardell Wispies on, come back, get into my blush, do my lips, maybe a little bit of highlighter today. I've been getting back into highlighter on the cheekbones, something that is so unheard of, but I'm going to do it today. Alright guys, so lashes are on, and as I said, today I went for a pair of Ardell Wispies. Affordable, but such a cute lash. I'm going to put some blush on now. For my blush, I'm going to go in with a Palladio blush. This is the Palladio matte blush in the shade Tipsy. It's a nice orangey coral blush, and I'm going to go in with my Real Techniques 400 blush brush. For my highlighter today, I'm going to go in with the Maybelline Master Chrome in the shade, or in the color Molten Gold. Such a pretty highlighter. It doesn't look too thick on the skin. It's nice and metallic. It shows up. And that brush that I went in with is a Real Techniques 402 brush. I'm going to go in and highlight down the bridge of my nose with that same Maybelline Master Chrome. So on the tip, down the bridge, in with my sponge. For my setting spray today, I'm going to go in with the Maybelline Lasting Fix Mattifying Setting Spray. It's the matte finish. I'm going to work on my lips while that setting spray dries down. So excuse me, my face is still going to look a little bit wet. For my lip liner, I'm going in with the LA Girl lip liner in the shade Cola. It's a dark brown pencil. For lipstick, I'm going to do an ombre lip today. So for my dark brown lipstick, I'm going in with the Revlon Matte Super Lustrous Lipstick in the color 013 Hot Chocolate. In the center, I'm going to go in with a Maybelline lipstick. This is the Maybelline Cream Lipstick in the shade 114 Naked Dare. And I'm going to top that with a clear gloss. Alright guys, and that is my nice drugstore affordable makeup beat. All of the products that I use in today's video is going to be listed in the description box for you guys to check out. I always list my makeup products in the description bar, in the description box, just in case you are wondering if you want to find out a product that I'm using or a shade that I am using. I hope you guys like the makeup look. As I said, just because something is drugstore doesn't mean that it's not going to perform. I absolutely love the lips. The eyeshadow palette performed so pretty today. The oldie but goodie Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless foundation, such a good one. And the L'Oreal Infallible Full Wear. This is my favorite concealer from the drugstore. I absolutely love that. Alright guys, so until next time, I want you to take care, have some fun, let loose, but be safe. So until next time, be fabulous, and I will see you in my next one. Bye guys.